Hey, what's up, everyone? I have more supernatural craziness, and not just supernatural, but interdimensional and drone and other related activity things to share. So, we went to town this evening, and we got several basic necessities. I got several things for Daddy's, for my father's blood pressure, and some things. He has to have this vinegar drink. And by the way, keep us all in your prayers. My side has been splitting. I don't know if it's an energy shift, energy change, or what, but my side has been swelling, sharp pains. My mama's been hurting. And now Daddy's going through kidney issues and lots of cramps, joint pains, achiness, face being burning, red, hot, blotchy, like fire was next to it. And that's exactly what I go through. I've gone through with irritable bowel my entire life. So keep us all in your prayers. I don't know how he's going to drive a truck that way. And help. I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work, but just pray. And if anyone can donate and help out, feel free to do so as well. I love you all more than you know, and I love your support and love. So this evening when we went to the grocery store, which thankfully there's people there that are so nice to us and nice to me. They like me so much, and they'll give discounts and help out and give various all kinds of different things, and I for the food anyway, and I appreciate that so much. The individuals working in the deli, they're so awesome. And everyone I appreciate how kind everyone is to me and how much people like to be around me. I mean, that's just a blessing and I appreciate it. But what happened with a supernatural occurrence while we were gone? I went to the grocery store, did all the shopping for Daddy and for Mama and Daddy both. I did the shopping for his stuff to take on the road, all the sandwich meats and the cheese and the different things that he's going to take with him and the healthy things, the oats and the healthy drinks and all of that he has to have. And I got everything, the tuna, and his, I just didn't get I didn't see that bread that he likes, but I didn't get that. But everything for all of us, I got. I got everything for all of us. And then he stated when we got back. Now, I noticed when we got back, Mama got in the house. I was left out in the vehicle. I just sat out in the vehicle for a little bit to calm down because my side was hurting really badly. And I was kind of taking a break, sitting down. All of a sudden I hear, and then I hear loud howling. And I open the door really quickly. I lay the tablet down on the vehicle, and I go in the house and tell them what was going on. And Daddy said, "Really?" And he said, I heard all kinds of things while we were gone. He heard all kinds of stuff while we were gone. And he said he even heard a loud drone-like thing, almost like checking out our property. And he said it sounded like it was going, but just low key. He said it was like low, and he said it sounded like it went right behind the TV in the living room, right behind that window, and like it was peeking in through the window. He said he put his fist up, just kind of like, forget you, to see what it was. I'm going to flip you off. I'm going to flip you out of the bed, you stupid drone. That's the first thing that I thought. But anyway, Scottish accent, I don't know why. What you, leave me alone. Try to look at me, why don't you? But anyway, I don't know. He said he heard whatever it was, and he said it sounded like a drone. And I said, oh, we've heard that before. He said it sounded like a miniature helicopter. I said, I've heard that before. And he said, right outside the window? I said, yeah, right outside the window. And he said it sounded like a drone was trying to look in the window and see him. That's what he said. And he said that he heard that very loudly. And he said then there were sounds across, he said right outside the front window, across the creek, in the front yard. He said across the main highway. He said in our yard, all around the hills. He heard all kinds of sounds. Well, when I got home, I heard all kinds of howling. And that one lone wolf, one large, loud wolf that I hear, and let me tell you, wolves don't usually travel alone. Wolves usually travel in packs. They're not going to just travel alone. A giant wolf by themselves, and I'm talking that wolf I witnessed, I'll never forget. It actually, I had dreams about it for nights and nights. It was so large. Night after night, I had dreams about that wolf. Day and night. Whenever I rested or slept, I dreamed about that wolf for a while. It was very, very large. It was an SW, without a doubt. This thing was definitely that. What I wrote in green right there. SKINWALKER. That's what it was. And it stared at me. Huge teeth, very large body, like a timber wolf. Stared at me. And then I realized, and I just turned my light off. I heard, right before it appeared, 30 seconds before that, I heard, "You want? I'm here." And I know that sounded Jewish when I said that, but "You want? I'm here." It was more of a Native American Indian voice. And I don't know if it's because they're doing more building around here, because there's lots of woods around us, but they're tearing lots of woods down right now to build. And they're looking to build more houses. They're selling 400 acres nearby down the road in an area to where, back before they removed topics, many people were talking about large amounts of activity coming from interdimensional beings, Sasquatch, paranormal, supernatural. And I've got some interesting stories come from that before they removed them. And I hate it that they removed topics. And I don't think it had anything to do with, they were sharing too much information that they didn't want released. I don't think it had anything to do with gossip or people being hurt, because when do they ever, those in charge of this entire thing, when do they ever care when someone's feelings are hurt or something bad happens? When do they really ever truthfully take the time to care? Just think about it. Like, you really think that's the reason why they removed topics? I don't. But anyway, the dog's still barking. The dogs are barking. They're upset. The only one, Lizzie's not really saying anything right now. She did earlier, but Lucy's very upset. Red was having a fit. The big red dog, Clifford, the big red dog. Red, the red-bone coonhound. Lucy, the plot hound. And Lizzie, the English coonhound that actually looks more like a terrier mix. Lizzie is more like a terrier mix. Truthfully. Because there was a guy on Google Plus that was from Russia, and he had a terrier, and said that she looked like a terrier, and I said, yeah, she does. That's what we think too. She looks like a terrier mixed with an English coonhound. But anyway, I thought I'd share that. He said he heard all kinds of sounds going on, and he heard a loud drone that sounded like a helicopter outside the window looking in the house. And he heard all kinds of sounds, and I heard all kinds of howling. Someone up the holler blew their horn multiple times at whatever this was, and I heard someone shoot a gun. After they shot a gun, blew their horn and told it to shut up, whatever it was. I heard someone holler up the holler, the hollow, whichever you want to call it, the road, the dead-end road that has about 11 houses, maybe 10 or 11 houses spread out up that holler. Maybe about a mile of road, I guess. And they just quit. The sounds quit after that. After there were some things down in our yard, but what he heard sounded like a small helicopter right at our window, like looking in our window. So some freaky things are going on tonight. And they are doing a lot of building. They are removing a lot of trees. I don't know if that's disturbed the nature spirits. Like this one individual shared. This individual here, he said that he thinks some of the sounds are from the Native American spirit gods. The Native Americans have many ancient books describing the sounds that we're hearing and other phenomena in nature, which we heard several trumpet sounds in the sky today. The trumpet sounds, the horn sounds, the train horn sounds, And I remember my uncle on my granny's side of the family. He always asked me, "Do you ever hear that freight train in the sky? The big freight train." He said there was a freight train, and there was common knowledge from that area that there was a ghost train. And excuse me, excuse me. It was common knowledge. The white thing or the white thing, and look these things up. The train thing, I don't know, but I don't even know if that's on the internet or not. But the train horn sounds, you can hear them, and not as much anymore. But you used to be able to hear them at night. And from their property, you could hear it close by, which is freaky because you can hear a train that doesn't exist. And maybe it's from an alternate reality where the train tracks continued that they never did finish. I've often also dreamed as a child of a train going right by this house. And that always freaked me out and scared me as a child, even though I loved to watch trains as a child. I always wanted to watch trains. I was like, let's go watch trains. Let's go watch trains. And Mama would take me to watch the trains. That was always an obsession of mine as a child. Watching the trains go by. Anyway, yeah. Ghost trains, spirit trains, freight train in the sky, the sounds that, that happen. These sounds tonight, the weird, strange drones, the supernatural occurrences, the interdimensional beings howling, these beings howling and things. So, peace, much love, signing out. More of tonight's supernatural craziness. Much love.